Hi everybody, it's always a pleasure interacting with you. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very important subject, people. We need people as much as they need us. People are at the heart of our lives, right? Yet it is with these very same people that we engage in petty arguments, quarrels, ego issues, fights. On one end of the spectrum, we somewhere understand that we need people during our highs and lows, during our success and failure, ups and downs. While at the other end of the spectrum, we engage in innumerable conflicts with these people. So why are we doing this? Be it organization, be it family, be it society. This is what happens, leading to bad blood, irritation, frustration. We need to look at this in perspective. So, a big question looms large in front of us. Do people have a right to be different than us? While the answer is pretty simple and straight, which is yes, the acceptance is a deep-rooted problem. Interestingly, even when we form friendships with people, we get closer to people who are more like us, who probably share the same belief or ideology, the same liking maybe. We find it extremely difficult to deal with people who are diametrically opposite to us in terms of probably a belief or an ideology or thinking. And we slowly tend to abandon them over a period of time. We always make this statement among close friends, we guys understand each other well. What does it mean? I always think, is the problem with the person who is different, or is the problem with us who do not know how to handle these people? Now, let's first of all understand that different does not mean diffident or difficult. Different means different. So, common sense is we should learn to handle these people. Yes, it's a lot of effort, no doubt. But then the rewards are plenty. First of all, they have a perspective which you and me would have never thought about. So is the case with you. When you have a perspective which they would not have thought about because you are totally different. Now, how can we enrich ourselves with those perspectives if we were to run away from them? So it becomes very imperative to learn to deal with these people, understand their perspectives. What's the background they come from? Now, in reality, you may not be able to abandon everybody. As we start growing in life, we end up meeting a lot of people from different walks of life. And we slowly start understanding that I need to build a sustainable relationship with this person if I want to get my things done. So is the case the other way around too. Now, if that needs to happen, then I need to engage in conversations which appeal to the other person from their perspective. Right? Now, when this kind of a relationship exists, you may even agree to disagree. That is still understandable. But you're not going to run away from this person or abandon this person. Right? So, in an organization, if a manager starts feeling that his people are very different, they don't listen to him, I guess it's high time that the manager starts thinking how to handle them to get the best out of them. There is no point in blaming them. So is the case with a family member. Most parents who have two kids will agree to the fact that the older kid is very different from the younger kid, but they're from the same stable. So therefore, this difference, although is difficult, but still be accepted. So is the case in the society. So is the case in an organization too. Now, we firmly believe that every individual has something to contribute. And the beauty lies in the difference, not in the contribution. Can we learn to make these people contribute? Can we learn to actually understand them and build those networks with them? So, let me sign off by telling you, don't avoid such people. Don't always get close only to people who are like you. Accept diversity. There's a beauty in it. And you're going to really relish it. This is Murali Shankar Ramakrishnan leadership coach, behavioral analyst, signing off.